in the women's side of this beautiful sport they call futsal. Welcome to the broadcast, everyone. My name is Ryan Davis, and this is Guatemala City, where we will have a weeks-long competition of two groups, Group A and Group B. In Group B, Costa Rica, Honduras, United States, and Canada. As Costa Rica and Canada will get us off, or get us started, as you will, in this tournament. Well, the tournament will begin today on April 29th and take us all the way to May 4th. Yesterday, there was a play-in match to get us to the two groups of four. Honduras defeated Nicaragua by 6-5. A penalty in the closing minutes in extra time got Honduras over the top to get them in to Group B. So the two groups, Group A, Mexico, Panama, Cuba, and Guatemala. Group B, United States, Canada, Costa Rica, and Honduras. Now, this tournament not only crowns the champions of the Confederation, but it also allows the representatives of Concacaf for the Women's World Cup futsal style in the Philippines later on this year. Now, within these two groups, the top team from each group will play in a final match, of course, to crown the winners, but those two teams will be the ultimate representatives for Concacaf in the World Cup in the Philippines later this year. Now, Costa Rica, just like their men's teams, is one of the favorites for this competition. They traveled to the US early on this year, played a couple of warm-up matches, if you will. They lost their first match 2-0, then draw their second match 2-2. Canada, on the other hand, they've been dormant, and this, of course, their first competition on the women's side in futsal. The two teams will be taking the court. We will have the national anthems. We will meet our officials, have starting lineups, and have first half kickoff.
Damas y caballeros, les pedimos ponerse de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Costa Rica. Canadá.
We had the national anthems of Costa Rica, known as Las Ticas, and Canada, known as the Canucks. The very first match in the history of the 2025 Concacaf Women's Futsal Championships about to get underway here in Guatemala City. Ryan Davis, happy to be with you on this broadcast. Concacaf again extending all over the region. Costa Rica starting lineups will be Genesis Mendez in goal, Roxini Lopez as the fixo, Tatiana Cascante, Ariel Barquero as the alas, and Melissa Jimenez as the pivot. Up top, the starting five, and we have the host of substitutes with Arce, Ramirez, Murillo, Aguilar, Solis, Arias, Varela, Alfaro, and Torres to make up this incredible Costa Rican team. Officials: Julio Pascual from Cuba, Andres Cu from Guatemala, Yordanka Pollo from Cuba, and Andrea Davia from Guatemala. Two captains, Ariel Barquero and Lea Palacio Telle, the goalkeeper for Canada. Everything is a first today on the Women's Futsal Championships. Let's take a look at the Canucks. Lea Palacio Telle in goal, Sophie Therrien, Sheila He, Esther Brossard, and number 13, Steffi-Anne Dade will make up the starting five. Steinhauer, Pion, Bonfant, Degasse, Gosselin, Gasper Freire, Bellenhurst, Inmarsh, and Ceder Echenberg will make up the substitutes on the side. So Canada will kick us off. Esther Brossard, the number 9, being the pivot, will be up top for Canada. A split of rules being set to Genesis Mendez from her captain. First whistle about to get us underway. Costa Rica in possession. Roxini Lopez. And the Women's Futsal Concacaf Championships are underway for the very first time in its history in Guatemala City. Costa Rica in red, Canada in white. And let's all buckle up. It's Brossard, and a sliding tackle from Mendez means Canada gets possession deep in the Costa Rican half. kickings, of course, no throw-ins. Sheila He. And the first shot comes off a Costa Rican player. And it'll be a Canadian corner on the far side. There is Mendes, and here's Sophie Theren. Left-footed Theren. No touch from a Costa Rican. It'll be a goal kick for Genesis Mendes. Out wide, first touch for Barquero. The ala. Barquero again. Lopez does not win the possession. Kick in for Canada. Number 6, Sheila He. There's the goalkeeper, Palacio Teye, way out of her goal. What a plus to have your goalkeeper, to have that sort of attacking ability. Little flick from Broussard. Mendes has been fouled. It's going to be a free kick for Costa Rica. What about the creativity by Esther Broussard? A little flick. And there's Costa Rica's coach, Alexander Ramos. There's the impediment. Alexander Ramos, the head coach. Here comes Canada again. He, Broussard. Ball goes out on the far side. It will be Canada's possession. And there is the head coach for Canada, Alexandra Darosha, who was appointed in January. He's also the sporting director for Extreme Futsal Club in Canada. Genesis Mendes, 29 years of age, full of experience on an experienced Canadian team, Costa Rican team rather. Costa Rica inching their way up. Haven't gotten a chance to get into Canada's half. And now they do with Barquero. Barquero again. Can't keep control. Canada get back possession, and substitutes take the pitch. Number 10, Kira Mellenhurst is on for Canada. Here is Mellenhurst. Homfan. There's a shot, and it's going to come off a Costa Rican player. Homfan again. Dispossessed. Lopez. Barquero. Play, and it's going to be a corner kick for Costa Rica, their first for the evening. Barquero, 26 years of age. Melissa Jimenez, 32 years old. On top, the first shot for Costa Rica, well over. But you can see the positivity from the captain. Palacio Tellier takes it short to Homfan. Mellenhurst. Costa Rica's possession. Costa Rica did have a mini tour against the US in February. A 2-0 loss, a 2-2 tie. Barquero. Lopez can't keep control. Tellier can. And Fan, so too the number 7, Gosselin, can't get to it. Gosselin just checked in for the first time. Cascante, a hero in Costa Rica, 34 years of age in number 9. Here's Lopez, good drive. Came off a Canadian player. It will be a corner kick for Costa Rica. As Ticas starting to gain control Arquero. Back to the corner flag. Out of play. Canada's possession. Umfan. Long ball looking for Gosling. Can't control. Mellenhist. Umfan. This being the first day of the tournament. After this match, there will be Cuba and Panama, then Honduras and USA, and the nightcap Guatemala and Mexico. 5 days of complete action in the inaugural Women's 2025 Concacaf Women's Futsal Championship. This one played through, and Costa Rica with a chance, and Tellier with a left-handed save. First save for either goalkeeper. Mendez. Torres. Solis. Winning it back was Echenberg. Umfan. That left foot. And looks like there was an altercation. And it's going to be a Costa Rican possession. Maud Legace. And a yellow card given to the number 12 who was on the pitch, Echenberg. Actually, it's the number 2 peon who was trying to be substituted but didn't get off in time. And at that point, Canada had 6 players on the pitch. Costa Rica's free kick. Arias. Excellent control from Alfaro. Wins back possession. Torres leaves it, and a drive and a save by Tellier. A little bit of trickery between Solis and Torres. First look for Gaspar Freire. Torres switching sides. Little 1-2 in the middle of the park. Costa Rica didn't get a shot, but they get ever so close now to Canada's goal. Tellier already had 1 save today. Arias. Torres. Alfaro. Little clip into the box, and Tellier gets it. Releases it to Hanmarsh. The pass cannot find Mellenhus on the far side. Solis. Alfaro. Arias. Trying to scoop it. Heinmarsh. Almost dispossessed by Alfaro. Tellier's long throw. And it's going to be a Costa Rican possession. Carol Arias. Solis. You can see Canada just buying their time until Costa Rica enter their half. Solis. Tough tackle. Last touch came off of Canada. Canada will take the court again tomorrow at 1 p.m. versus Honduras. The flicker was and a first opportunity, and it looks like Canada have gotten the whistle. A yellow card brandished to Torres all over Brassard. You see the left hand pulling her down as she tried to shoot. It's inside the box, and it's going to be, is it going to be a penalty? Costa Rica want to put up a wall. And the referee has pointed to the penalty spot. Joel Gosselin has a chance for Canada to score the first goal of the Women's Futsal Championship in its history. Gosselin, eyeball to eyeball with Mendez. Mendez is all hands at this point, trying to throw off Gosselin. Can Canada take the lead? Gosselin, saved by Mendez, and the follow-up is in by Canada. It's Brassard who was brought down, followed up the penalty save by Mendez, and smashed it home to give Canada a 1-0 lead. And more importantly, the first goal in the tournament's history. Good save by Mendez, but the follow-up by Brassard was clinical. Canada 1, Costa Rica 0. 13 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. Esther Brassard has her name in lights. And the match being a little cagey in the opening minutes, needed a goal, and Brassard provided. Now Canada get back possession, and Costa Rica in the hunt. Can't keep control. Therian to Brassard. Lopez gets a piece, and Costa Rica somehow win possession. Solis. Up the line, Lopez. It's going to be a Canada possession. Samantha He. Terrier. Well, Mendez just has to be a little disappointed. The goalkeeper for Costa Rica stood firm. Good save, but Brassard so quick to respond to give the Canucks that 1-0 lead. Gadaye, and it's going to be a Costa Rican possession on this near side. Alyssa Jimenez is back on after starting, substituting, now back on the court. Costa Rica moving quickly. He shot. And it was the number 9, Cascante, 34 years young. Played for Venus Futsal in Costa Rica. Humfan. Mellenhurst. Humfan. Tellier. Brassard, actually it's Gosselin. Gosselin again. It'll flick through, but well covered. Costa Rica with Barquero. Ellenhurst, excellent tackle at the back. It was the fixo, number 12, Jimenez. Mellenhurst. Umfan, a shot, a dribbler to Mendes. Barquero drives one, and the contact on the follow-through means Costa Rica are going to get a free kick. The skillful Ariel Barquero trying to inspire the Costa Rican team, who see themselves down a 0-0 from a Bassard follow-up. Lunge coming from Mellenhurst. Oxini Lopez just trying to block the sight of Tellier. Standing at her near post, now moves. Cross. Barquero, top of the box. Canada hold firm. And all the way back now. Barquero. And the Canucks are organized and compact, get a piece of it. Tell you what, if this match is anything close to that play-in match yesterday between the eventual victors Honduras over Nicaragua. Honduras took a 2-0 lead. Nicaragua scored 4 unanswered to go up 4-2. Then Honduras came back 4-4, finished at 5-5, went into extra time, and a penalty from Alvaro gave Honduras the eventual final goal and the win. And they're now slotted into this group, Group B. Umfan. Genesis Mendez. Cascante. Pion, who got a yellow card early on for being on the pitch and becoming that 6th player. She was penalized. She's on the pitch now, legally. Solis, harassed by Mellenhurst. Solis. Early ball over the top, an important header by Humfan. Referee says play on. It was Solis who used her body to upend the fixo. Barquero de Ala. Excellent tackle. Strong tackle from Pion. Oxini Lopez. There is Alexander Ramos, who's also the coach for the men's futsal team. They finished 4th place last year in their tournament, which allowed Ramos to coach in the World Cup in Uzbekistan last summer. Excellent fake. Barquero, left foot. Little touch, and Tellier again, just brushing it aside for a corner. Do they go short, or is Solis going to try to... They do. Shots, and Tellier. Right place, right time. Distributing. Dadier couldn't control. It's going to be Costa Rican possession. Kick in for Sheila He. Therien, cleared away by the fixo. Rashad, the goal scorer. Ramos is now marching up and down the sidelines, trying to get his team, Costa Rica, back in the game. Excellent interception by Arias. Gets past one, still Arias. He shot. Tellier clears. Broussard. Not much support. Trying to switch sides beautifully, but can't find the Daye. Costa Rican possession. Escante, harassed by Broussard, the two number 9s, with two completely different roles. Broussard playing the pivot for Canada, and Barquero and Ala on the sides, specifically on this right-hand side. Kicked inside, Broussard nods it back. Costa Rica have some daylight. The Daye. Tellier. Looking for Broussard, she gets a touch, and Mendez to the rescue. But the follow-through was unkind. Mendez, who's already saved the penalty from Broussard. Actually from Gosselin, who Broussard followed up and scored. Saves at the feet of Broussard this time, coming off the head of Mendez. Anything will do if you're a goalkeeper. Therien. Referee having some words. Therien. Daye. Canada trying to add to their 1-0 lead. Hooked inside by Therien. Solis. Alfaro, taken quickly. Arias almost dispossessed. Referee says play on. Solis. Canada seems to be everywhere. Broussard can't get to it. Torres. Solis. Arias. Again, Broussard positioning 10 out of 10. Arias just asking the referee for the full amount of yardage. Solis. Little 1-2. Alfaro couldn't get it back to her. Again, Costa Rica inching forward. Switching sides. Alfaro. Solis. Torres. And the pressure has paid off for Canada. They've won back possession and a complete overhaul of substitutes. Gosselin is back, the penalty kicker. Erika Pion is back as well, the number 2. Humfan, the left footer. Little touch by Gosselin, superbly done. And then her shot. Mendez got a piece. Corner kick, Canada. Achenberg. Costa Rica get it back. Mendes. Torres. Flipping it forward, Tellier, not taking any chances. Right back down to Mendes' side of things. Sliding tackle, but all ball from Pion. Mendes under pressure from Gosselin. Costa Rica keep possession. Switching sides. Torres. Trying to keep it in is Mellenhurst. Canada 1, Costa Rica 0. Mendes saving Gosselin's penalty, but the follow-up by Brassard separates these two teams. Alfaro. Torres. Little give and go, doesn't work out. It was number 8, Arias. Tellier. Alfaro, beautiful bit of skill, gets past Alfaro. Into the pivot, will flick on. And applause from the crowd, starting from Humfan. Brassard's flick on. And Canada win themselves possession deep in the Costa Rican half. Mendes once more. Pion. Slim. Mellenhurst gets there first, but Costa Rica have a counter. Cutting inside beautifully! Costa Rica equalize! Yerlin Varela. Individuality separates the sheep. And the left footer coming in from the right wins the counter-attack. Danced on the sidelines, cut inside, got rid of Gosselin, got rid of Pion, and finished beautifully past Tellier. Las Ticas back in it. Costa Rica 1, Canada 1. 6 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Yerlin Varela with individual brilliance. Lovely skill. Solis, that slide tackle. Referee was not impressed, it was Arias. Legace. Legace. Tellier. Casper Fair couldn't keep it in. Tellier. Canada just trying to get it out of their own half at this point. Costa Rica win back possession. They have some momentum from the Varela equalizer. Checking in for the first time will be Paula Aguilar. It's going to be a timeout for Canada. getting it live and direct from the assistant coach, Jason Randika Hamilton.
They're doing it on purpose. They're coming down here, they're playing with the ball. It means that we're getting stretched. It means that our last player is
Kate
going to
Silidopoulos,
if she goes,
the other assistant coach, looking on, and so too Darocha.
right?
No marquen por detrás a las
There's
tías,
Ramos.
que la les va a ganar la posición, sí, pero entonces hay que
Costa
moverse,
Rica
chica. Vea,
coming back
tiene
after
ganas.
Brassard
Ya, no le va a dar más de lo que ya
gave
les dio.
Canada the very first goal in the history of this tournament.
No,
Varela getting the second. Priscilla Torres will get us back underway. Jimenez up to the pivots, dispossessed. Tellier. Little scoop into the path of Torres. Arias trying to get it back. Canada won't get back possession. And Aguilar finally checks in. The number 5 for Costa Rica. Arias. Aguilar, her first touch. Excellent turn from Cascante. Arias gets past one. Tries to keep it in. Canada's possession. Coming in off the bench. Therien. So to Sheila He. Therien. Tellier. Lofting it in, Brassard. Well. They can not only play it short, but they can go direct as well. Excellent delivery from the goalkeeper, and Brassard just almost steered it in. Mendes would have no chance if that was on target. Sheila He. Therien. Direct, Brassard. Canada looks so dangerous going to the number 9. Jimenez trying to go direct themselves. And beautifully played into the path. Tellier off the post. Excellent save by the goalkeeper. And the captain keeps it at 1-1. Superb strike, foot save by Tellier. Here comes Costa Rica again. Corner kick, Las Ticas. Barquero, the captain. As good as a goal on the other end. That save by Tellier. Three minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this first half. The very first half for the Concacaf Women's Futsal Championship in its history. Canada scoring first through Brassard. Costa Rica equalizing through Varela. The shot. There's Ramos directing traffic. Therien. Sheila He. Barquero gets a piece of it. Costa Rica Now she's all alone on the left. They ask for a free kick, they're not going to get it. Rosard wants to take it quickly. Taking too long, and Costa Rica win back possession. Sheila He not impressed. The 34-year-old Cascante. Splitting. Unable to control was Melissa Jimenez. Apologizes. Mellenhurst. Left-footed He. Echenberg. Costa Rica pressing. He. Rosard, a little flick by Gosselin into the path. Player goes down. Referee says all ball. It was Mellenhurst who was closing in. But the tackle, which is proven to be all ball, Mellenhurst asking, how could that not be a foul? Barquero between the legs of Mellenhurst. And that tackle has to be a highlight reel. As the number 10, Barquero, the captain, surely saved Mendez from a very awkward situation with Mellenhurst closing in. Long ball, little touch. Costa Rica can't keep it in. Canada now have possession with 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Echenberg, Tellier, He. Echenberg. Costa Rica looking to pounce on any mistake by Canada in the Costa Rican half. Switching, can't find Gosselin. Well, Barquero hasn't scored, but that tackle that she performed on Mellenhurst was absolutely spectacular. Varela. Gosselin. The goal scorer Varela. Little scoop coming from Arce. There's Lopez. Under a minute remaining in this first half. Canada 1, Costa Rica 1. Dispossessed. Canada now. Mendez sliding tackle. Gosselin. Open goal. Went for power rather than placement. Costa Rica breathe again. Long ball, looking for the pivot. Not much success for Torres. Tellier. Sheila He. Gosling traps it and wins possession for Canada deep in the Costa Rican half. Etchenberg. Gosling shots. Mendez positioning was 10 out of 10. Last 10 seconds in the first half in the history of this tournament. Whistle has been blown. Canada won, Costa Rica won. First half in the books of the 2025 Concacaf Women's Futsal Championship in its inaugural first-time tournament. A strike from Brassard from the follow-up of Gosling's penalty gave Canada the lead, and then Varela's individual brilliance equalizes for Costa Rica as these two teams are deadlocked at 1-1 after the first half. When we come back to Guatemala City, we will have first half highlights of today's action. Stay tuned. We are back in Guatemala City for the very first match in the history of the Concacaf Women's Futsal Championships. Canada and Costa Rica deadlocked at 1-1. Both teams having their fair share of opportunities to get the ball in the back of the nets. Genesis Mendez for Costa Rica and Lea Palacio-Tellier for Canada. The two goalkeepers were busy for the first half. For Canada, and Brassard, the goal scorer, will get us underway in this second half. He's long ball. Costa Rica gets a piece of it. Sophie Therian. Costa Rica on the men's side of futsal is the ones who set the table in this sport, in this region. And the women seem to be in that same category as well. Brassard, little flick, beauty, and just over bar. Shayla He, usually a defensive-minded player, couldn't finish off that absolutely gem of a pass from Brassard. Little flick, and that carved up the Costa Rican defense like a knife through butter. Here comes Canada again. They'll do well to get it to their number 9. Costa Rica do a good job blocking the angles, so Brassard couldn't get a piece of it. Here's Ramos. Therian. Marsh, number 11, is starting in this second half on the near side for Canada. Arquero. Last touch, Costa Rica. Garocha, he was the assistant coach for the men's team from 2019 to 2024. Long ball by Tellier. Brassard. And a little mix-up with He and Brassard. Costa Rica, Barquero, her heavy touch allows Therian to get in. He dispossessed. Costa Rica, counter-attack. Barquero to the right. Good shots. Excellent recovery from Therian. Tellier just positioning her players in the right spot. Torres, shot from way out, saved by Tellier, and the follow-up, saved by Tellier again. Remember the name, Lea Palacio-Tellier. A fantastic save in the first, 2 blinders here to start us off in the second. Costa Rica again. This time they're winning back. Canada. The shots into the side netting. Well, the game can turn on a dime. Canada threatening just seconds before. Costa Rica rather threatening. Then Canada counter-attacking. Arquero. Canada again get a piece of it. Goes over. It's going to be Costa Rica's possession again. Arquero. Costa Rica keep it in play. Rosard, last person you want to turn the ball over to. Canada, another shot. Therian, Mellenhurst. Actually, it's Echenberg. Wins back possession. Echenberg with the kick in, right at the halfway line. Again, Costa Rica first to it. Slide tackle. And this time the referee's whistle has been blown. It was Cascante who went to the floor. Free kick for Canada. Mellenhurst. Of course, they cannot go back to the keeper unless it comes from the other half. Sheila He, scooping. Arquero. Switching sides, Cascante. Lopez's shot, and it goes through everyone, it's in. Something out of nothing. Costa Rica regain the lead. Or have taken the lead, rather. Was Tellier blinded? It beat her at her near post. And Lopez, who hasn't had much luck in the first half, gives her team a 2-1 lead with 16.5 minutes remaining. Costa Rica 2, Canada 1. And the tables have been turned. Echenberg. Well, Tellier, who was superb for the first half and first, of course, opening minutes of the second half, was completely beaten by Lopez's shot. Not sure if it was a deflection or just blinded. But here they come again, Cascante. It's Arias rather, foot saved by Tellier, again, superb. And there's Cascante takes a breather. Excellent turn by Arias. Can't keep it in play, and it's going to be Canada's possession. It's going to be a kick in. And the referee's making it very clear, not till his whistle. Mellenhurst. Trivon. It's going to be Canada's ball again. And there's ready. Mellenhurst free kick. And the great wall of Lopez is holding firm. Free kick now for Costa Rica for the body check. Cascante. Lopez. Just holding off Sheila He. Cascante. Arias. Here they come again, he shot through the crowd. That was Melissa Jimenez. Long distribution from Tellier. Canada get it back. Costa Rica starting to get comfortable, we should say. keeping possession. Cascante, Costa Rica. Well, if you've just seen on the television or you just open up your screen, you would think this is one-way traffic. But that's not the case. Costa Rica, though, in the last 3 or 4 minutes after taking the lead, have really turned the screws. Nice shot from outside. Canada hold firm. Ferian. Arias gets us back underway. It is Canada opening the scoring. Goslin's penalty followed up by Brassard to give them a 1-0 lead. Costa Rica, Varela's individuality to make it 1-1 in the first half. And then Lopez, the goal scorer, who got the second, almost found Maria Solis. And then Lopez's shot just crept through the crowd and get past Tellier to give Costa Rica a 2-1 lead. And since then, Las Ticas have been on the hunt. Echenberg. Canada now with some urgency, and Costa Rica now starting to manage things just a bit. Shayla He with that left foot driven through the traffic. Echenberg. Brassard. Nowhere to go. Costa Rica closing all avenues. Mendez looking to distribute. Finds Lopez. 2v1. Costa Rica. Excellent read by Theiran. Brassard. Slip through! There's an appeal now. Theiran, who had the fantastic stop on the 2v1, marauds forward and couldn't get on the end of it. Oh, excellent scoop. Arias crossing, and it's in the back of the net. Mariela Alfaro has given Costa Rica a 2-goal cushion, and we have to say it's been deserved. Just whipping it across. Tellier couldn't get there. Arias, actually Alfaro could. Costa Rica 3, Canada 1. And it's starting to slip away from the Canucks. Timeout. Both teams go to the sideline. And the Costa Rican faithful applaud the effort of Las Ticas. Back to the drawing board for Canada. So brilliantly done by Arias on the far side to set up Alfaro. And now Costa Rica smell blood in the water. And every time they get their foot onto it, you can hear the cheers from the sideline. Shayla, he has come to the right-hand side now. Tellier. Into directly to the pivot. And it's now Cynthia Gaspar Freire. Arias. Again, the give and go works to perfection. Arias. And closed down quickly from Lagasse. Excellent tackle by Torres. And there's some physicality from Freire. He was not happy with Torres's follow-through from the initial tackle. Sheila He. Pressure from Canada, almost paying off with Etchenberg. Cascante. Here comes those white shirts flooding the Costa Rican half. Bodied off superbly. Tellier. Building from the back. Sheila He. Going direct, looking for Freire. Here comes Canada, Etchenberg. Maybe Costa Rica's possession. Arias, who played a lot of minutes in the first half, is back on early in the second. And so far has solidified her spot on the pitch. Tellier again going direct. He gets a piece of it and gets back possession. Lagasse. On the sides is Solis, who's limping. Canada in no rush as Broussard checks in. Back to the pivot position, so to Gosselin. Turning brilliantly. It's the wrong side of the post. Costa Rica possession. So two large targets. And the referee has decided it's a corner kick rather. For Canada, Broussard. Whipped in. This time coming off of Gosselin. Cascante. Gosselin. Broussard. Broussard, despite not keeping that ball in, has proven to be Canada's most threatening player in the attacking third. No mystery that she got the only goal for Canada so far. Arquero, the captain for Costa Rica. Cascante. Mendez. Arquero just working her way into that seam to get back possession. Full of experience, this Costa Rican team. Switching, Alfaro. Still Alfaro. Alfaro's shot. Well, that seemed a little easier than the goal that she scored 5 minutes ago. But maybe she had too much time. Taking her eye off the ball is He. And it's going to be a Costa Rica kick-in on the far side. But both of these teams will be back in action. Costa Rica to take on Canada, of course, today. Then the US tomorrow and Honduras on Thursday. Canada take on Honduras tomorrow at 1 p.m. And they finish up at 7 p.m. against USA on Thursday evening. Tell you, oh, make no mistake, if you look at the scoreline, you may want to blame the goalkeeper, but Canada's number one has been electric in goal. Don't want to misguide anyone, but Costa Rica could have been up by 5 goals by now, even though the gameplay in the middle of the court has been even. Arquero coming all the way back with supreme ball handling. And here comes the white shirts again. And the press pays off. Gosling. Arquero. Brassard takes it quickly. Gosling, Brassard. Excellent slide tackle by Cascante. Corner for Canada. Gosling is short. Gosling across the box. Shelahi. Gosling, excellent control, but just being humbugged by Cascante back there. Cascante playing the fixo, Gosling the pivot. Gosling, excellent control, and Cascante, a wall at the moment for Costa Rica. Brassard, what a save by Mendes. That was a blinder. Stopped again by Costa Rica. They're getting forced all the way back into their own box. Despite Canada not getting on the score sheet in this second half, at this point Costa Rica conceding the midfield and is sitting back and consolidating. Fresh legs about to check in for Costa Rica. Shot comes through everyone, and this is the problem when you sit so far back. Costa Rica are going to start getting right on top of Mendes' line of sight. Any deflection can mean problems. The left-footed he, Alexander De Rocha, full of thoughts at this point. Little scoop. Can't be pleased with his scoreline. Alexander De Rocha, the coach for Canada. He has to be pleased with Canada's response and the shot by Echenberg. Again, Canada winning back possession with that high press. The problem is it takes so much energy and stamina to execute over and over. Maybe that's what Costa Rica are relying on. Playing some rope-a-dope and then try to finish them on with one counter-attack. He. Sheila he again. Freire. Corner kick for Canada. At this point, the pivot for Canada, Cynthia Gaspar Freire, who came in for Gosselin. They seem to be interchanging every 2 minutes. Sheila He. This one in the box, Freire. Lopez, the number 3 for Costa Rica, back at the pivots. Scored the second goal, the go-ahead goal for Costa Rica in this second half. To the byline. Costa Rica get it back. They're in their own box now. And he shot from way out. What a save by Mendez. That shot came through the turnpike in rush hour. And Mendez somehow reacted to keep this score 3-1. Here comes the effort. And here comes the reaction. Pumfan off of Gosselin, falls kindly for Canada. Can't execute, but they get back possession. Brassard is back on the pitch. Gosselin just toes it, asks for a corner. Won't get it. Timeout. Both teams take a breather. And Costa Rica's dominance in this second half has given them a 2-goal cushion. Roxini Lopez within 5 minutes in the second half to give them a 2-1 lead. And the sliding finish by Mariela Alfaro to give them that 2-goal cushion. Costa Rica get us back underway. Torres. Canada starting to impose their will. Brassard. Excellent tackle by Torres. Sure of foot. Lofted. Gosselin can't get there. Tellier was excellent with her feet as well. Therian. Brassard. Again looking for Gosselin. This time Costa Rica get back possession. 7 minutes remaining. Costa Rica 3, Canada 1. Brassard's deflection. And Canada, or Costa Rica rather, have completely gone into a shell now. Not maintaining any possession. Just consolidating that lead off the crossbar. What a shot by Brassard. Well, we're all just talking about kick-ins and something that's nonchalant. And she completely just put her laces on the ball and struck the far post. Esther Brassard caught everyone by surprise. So too Mendez, who could only stand and stare. Watch out. scooping. Barquero. Wearing that number 10 shirt with pride. Barquero, the Costa Rican captain, but has a lot of work to do still, despite the 2-goal cushion, especially with someone like Esther Brassard on the court. Torres. Little flick on. And Tellier didn't take any chances. Melissa Jimenez. Shot from Torres, not too far off. Legace. Fredier. Excellent pass, but the touch was poor. Stefian Dadai. Referee's whistle is blown. There's that late follow through from Fredier. Torres. Barquero. Here comes that pressure. Torres superbly gets past the first tackle. Last touch, Costa Rica. Canada. A shot from way out, and Mendez gets a hand to it. Shayla He. Little back heel, still He. Costa Rica compact and deep in their own half. Canada continue to knock on the door. Another drive, and Mendez alive to it. There's that strike from Legace. Five and a half minutes remaining. Costa Rica 3, Canada 1. And Sheila He just gives up possession. Barquero. Escante. Despite Canada's dominance with possession, there's been a bit of a lull. Another whistle, this time goes Costa Rica's way. Pushing it back. As Fredier, who's proven to be very physical, the pivot for Canada. Intercepted. Canada now, some daylight. On top of the box, Shayla He. What a goal! Canada get one back. Costa Rica 3, Canada 2. And the pressure has paid off. The pull back by He onto her left foot. And the finish tucked away to the far post. Costa Rica right up on top of Mendez. No chance she can see it. And now momentum has just shifted. And Las Ticas have to try to find their way back in this match, despite being up a goal. Excellent turn by Gosselin. And they give up possession deep in their own third. Cascante understands they've lost momentum. And now Canada has their tails up. Ferian. Jimenez. Mendez. Oh, and Brassard. Almost pickpocketing Mendez. She apologizes. Long ball, Canada get it back. Can't keep it in play. Costa Rica finally get the ball in Canada's half for the better part of 5 minutes. And in futsal, as you know, that is an eternity. Didn't last long. Canada get it back. 4.5 minutes now remaining in this second half. Brassard can't get past two. It wins a corner. Sheila He, who scored another brilliant goal there. Arias. Tellier. Out of play, Costa Rican possession. How high does Canada come to press? Very high. Brassard. Alfaro turning. And the referee has changed his mind. Costa Rica possession. Trying to find Alfaro on this far side. Brassard. Oh, what a shot! Wasn't too far off. And Esther Brassard searching for her second goal. It came by like a flash across the goal. Menez's long throw. Will be a free kick. Lopez just taking down Therian. Sheila Ha. Home fan. Costa Rica now. Brassard. And there's lightning quick off of her line. Brassard wins it back and the shot stopped by Lopez, who's come all the way back from pivot. And Sheila He went through Maxine Lopez. Costa Rican free kick. Timeout. When we come back from the timeout, Costa Rica will have possession. Lopez still on the ground. Three minutes remaining. Costa Rica 3, Canada 2. In this first match of the Concacaf Women's Futsal Championship 2025. Priscilla Torres. Lopez. Cascante with time. Alfaro. Alfaro again. Torres. Playing some keep away. And they win the throw-in, actually the kick-in. That's going to buy some more time when they get the ball back in play. Torres. Torres again. Cascante couldn't control. Canada desperate to counter. Cascante, 37 years old, 34 rather. A little bit of a tangle. And again, Costa Rica win back possession. Just over 2 minutes. Torres, Solis. Lopez wins the argument. Torres just lofting it forward. Brought down. And they're going to take a chance to make some changes. Gosselin comes in. And the outfield goalkeeper, they've taken out Tellier and brought in an outfield goalkeeper. It's Murillo. Canada now, Gosselin on top. Well, ricocheting everywhere. So Canada have unleashed a fly goalkeeper. Understanding 84 seconds remaining. Here she is, Murillo. He on that left foot. But then the second goal looked a little similar to Varela's equalizer for Costa Rica. That left footer coming in from the right. Holding possession, beautifully turned by Arquero. Top of the box now, Cascante. Tellier swaps out for Murillo. Far side, Canada. Fly goalkeeper in play. Nobody in goal for Canada. And Costa Rica just tried to get it outside to breathe and let some steam off. Ramos wants possession. Shots. Missing that near post, and Costa Rica and Mendez. Alexander Darocha, 5 years assistant coach with the men's futsal team. Getting this job in January. "40 seconds remaining in Guatemala City. First match of the tournament between Canada and Costa Rica. Group B action. Down the line. Rosard looking for Gosselin. Mendez just dumps it forward, looking to score. 21 seconds remaining. Fly goalkeeper in play. Canada down to this possession, or maybe two. Another shot. 11 seconds remaining. Costa Rica can see daylight. Again, that wall of red doing its job. Broussard. Did Mendez get a touch? She did. Actually, the referee has changed his mind. Costa Rica possession. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. And Costa Rica have won the first match of the 2025 Concacaf Women's Futsal Championship. They have come from behind to beat Canada by 3-2. An even contest. Shayla He, who got the second for Canada, too little too late. Las Ticas were down a goal, equalized, went into the half at 1-1 and came out and turned the game upside down with 2 early goals in the second half to go up 3-1. And let's all be very clear, they held on for a 3-2 win over Canada. Canada looking at a loss, but they shouldn't be. Fantastic performance from the Canucks despite the loss. And Costa Rica get all 3 points in Group B. Guatemala City hosting this very first Women's Futsal Championship in CONCACAF. Every point matters. 2 groups. The winner of each group gets into the final. And those 2 winners of each group get into the Women's World Cup Futsal tournament in the Philippines later this year. And Costa Rica has just taken their first step in that journey, defeating Canada by 3-2. Coming up for the second match right here in Guatemala City will be Cuba taking on Panama for the second match of this tournament. So the final score, Costa Rica 3, Canada 2. Costa Rica take 3 points in Group B. When we come back, so highlights for this first match for the 2025 CONCACAF Women's Futsal Championship. Group B, Costa Rica taking on Canada. And Las Ticas started off strong, but Broussard from Canada tangling with Mendez. And those 2 will engage more often than not in this match. Tellier's first save, and she was one of the stars of the show, the Canadian goalkeeper. Gosselin's shot was saved, penalty rather, and Broussard to follow up to give Canada the opening goal of the tournament. Canada 1, Costa Rica 0, and Tellier with another fantastic save. Tellier again to the rescue. Score remains at 1-0. Then Mellenhurst's shot, Mendez's save. Then a break from Varela. Skips past Gosselin, gets past Pion and finishes beautifully for the equalizer. An individual effort. Costa Rica 1, Canada 1. Long ball played forward and Broussard almost staring Canada ahead. Then the shot saved by Tellier. Gosselin's shot saved by Mendez. Second half, Canada kicked us off, but Costa Rica were the ones asking the questions. Broussard's a little flick, finding she couldn't convert. Then Lopez from way out, saved by Tellier, and a follow-up save from the feet of Cascante. Then it is Roxini Lopez. Somehow this ball crept through and beat Tellier at her first post to give Costa Rica a 2-1 lead. Then Alfaro with a sliding finish from Arias to give Costa Rica a 3-1 lead and a 2-goal cushion within 5 minutes. Then Broussard, saved by Mendez, Then Brassard again, hitting the crossbar. Number 9 was dangerous all game long. And there's a save. Then fantastic pullback and a classy finish to pull one back for Canada. All of Canada's efforts paid off through their Allah. Shayla 3-2, Costa Rica still. And that was enough for Las Ticas to hold on and get all 3 points in Group B. So the first match in this 2025 Concacaf Women's Futsal Championship is in the books. Costa Rica 3, Canada 2. Costa Rica get all 3 points. But coming up next, we have another one. It'll be Panama taking on Cuba for the second match of this tournament. As we continue on, having coverage of this first tournament for women in the CONCACAF Championship in Guatemala City. When we come back to Guatemala City, we will have Cuba taking on Panama at 4 p.m. Eastern. Stay tuned.